Hi everyone, welcome back to your youth show, Generation C. My name is Rivaldo Kavanga and I'll be your host for today's show. So firstly, before we head into the show, we have three changes that has just happened to our show. Firstly, Generation C will become a longer show, meaning we have other segments in the show. So the first segment will be your normal Generation C. Your second segment will be your school news, which usually used to air on a Wednesday morning, but will now air on a Tuesday morning. And for your third segment, we have Varsity Chat Room, which used to air on a Thursday, but will now also air on Tuesday. So we have a whole segment combined. We combined the whole shows. And I'm sure everyone watching this is super excited. I mean, it's more time, meaning you get more time to watch the show. So firstly, before we head off to our zone publication, where I'll be able to read the zone for you guys, please watch our daily promo video. Hi everyone, once again, welcome back to your favorite youth show, Generation C. So on page 1 of the zone this week, we have Craving Out Expertise with Confidence, whereby we feature a profile of the young Nelago Johannes, a 23-year-old, which currently started their own business named La File. Make sure to read the zone publication for today. On our second page, we have the Bring the Body to Pali, which was an initiative that was launched in Parliament last week, whereby the young Minister of ICT, the Deputy Minister of ICT, Honorable Emma Theophilus, launched the initiative Bring a Body to Pali. The initiative seeks to bring young people closer to Parliament and to ensure that they have their say in democracy participation, basically. And also, we have our photo of the week, which is featured right on our screen right now, as you see. That's the photo of the week. And on page 4, we have Understanding the 2021-2022 budget. So this is basically a feature that looks into the youth aspect of the budget. And on the budget, one key thing I would want everyone to remember is that about $30 billion Namibian dollars is invested in Namibian youth ministries that deal directly with young people affairs. So then, that was it for today's zone publication. Stay tuned as we watch a video on Nelago Johannes as she explains how her business goes about.
Hi, I'm the owner of La Faith and the Speaker's Power, and today I'll be answering a few questions in regards to the business ventures and about myself.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Full name, age, and where you're from?
My name is Nelago Johannes. I'm 23 years of age and I'm from Walfish Bay, Namibia.
Why did you venture in public speaking?
I don't think I ventured into public speaking. It would mean that I actively went out in search of becoming a public speaker. As early as 10 years old, I knew I wanted to influence and empower the world, society, and community around me. And at the time, the only way I knew how to do this was to speak in front of people, give a little bit of my then very little knowledge about positivity and confidence. So that's how I learned how to speak in front of people in my little church congregation at the time. And over time, I learned how to harness and groom my skill. And before I knew it, I was actually a public speaker.
Can you tell us a little bit about your local business, what you do?
It is an online business where we supply facial steamers and essential oils. The essential oils come in 3 different flavors: lavender, which is good to treat eczema and so many other skin problems; chamomile, which has properties that can help you calm down if used properly and has other health benefits, as well as eucalyptus oil, which is very famous for its ability to combat COVID-19 symptoms.
Do you work alone? Do you get business assistance from anyone?
Actually, I don't work alone. I have a business partner. He's the one currently asking me the questions. Unfortunately, not all of us have the same talents. So where I'm strong, he's a little bit weak, and where he's strong, I'm a little bit weak. So he is the web designer and he works with logistics and trying to figure out how to fit the technical parts of the business together. His name is Charles Macari. He's from Zimbabwe, Harare, and he's 23 years of age.
What motivates you to keep going?
I believe it's the idea that I've started with something that I genuinely love, started with something that I genuinely see growing, and it's a seed in a field that I would hope to plant so many other seed. It is a step in the right direction. Whether now it ends up being the actual full picture or it ends up being a part of the puzzle that started the bigger picture, I still don't know. But what I do know is that this is something I'd always want to do, and having grown up the way I have and having read the amount of books I've had, I would hope that I can leave behind something for my kids, and the best way I know how to is to build a legacy, an empire, and a business that they can hopefully one day run. So if they do stumble upon this interview, whether it's my great-great-grandchildren, I would hope that they are proud that I became something, because I am convinced that I am going to become the next big thing.
Any advice you have for young people in Namibia?
We love you. The masses love you. We want you to win. Believe in yourself. Work hard. Hard times never last. So keep going. It's not always going to seem the same way with everyone else. So when your road, your journey is a little bit different from those of the masses and those that you see, trust the process. Trust in your own life and believe and understand that what is yours can never be taken away from you. And as my Christian mom would always say, Proverbs chapter 3 verse 4 to 5. Trust God and lean not on your own understanding, I believe. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make your path straight. I'm so sorry I paraphrased that. That's it. Thank you very much. Bye.
There was such an insightful video from Nelago Jonas. I mean, wow, just so amazing seeing young people actually start their own business. But now we're heading over to school news. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of School News. My name is Desiree Garces, and in this week's publication, we released 3 schools. It was DHPS, it was Windhoek High School, and then we had Mohr. So for Mohr, there are going to be students here. They're going to tell you guys about what was in their publication, and then after that, we're going to have a video up by Windhoek High School, and I'm going to read you guys the publication of DH Press. So on page 1, we have DHPS Expo 2021 with a twist. Okay. The entire DHPS school community was invited to attend the event. The DHPS Expo took place on their premises on Saturday, the 6th of March, 2021, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Some of the aims of the expo, as described by the DHPS principal, are to attract new families and show what kind of school this is, because we are convinced it is a very unique school, said the principal. And on that same page, page 1, the first page, we also have the editor's note, which is, the editor is Chanel. And then we have the quotes as well as the snippets. So now we move on to page 2. And on page 2, we have Farmers of Tomorrow. They hosted an agricultural workshop and competition for the aspiring youth. And then we have New Year, New Labs by Joyce Aces, as well as Loving in This Generation. And then we move on to page 2. On page 2, we have the Vox Pop, where we have different opinions from the new editorial team of DHPS. And then underneath that, we have the commentary note from Faith Neo, where it's called Nothing is Impossible. So then we move on to page 4. On page 4, we have it's okay not to be okay. Here it says, Jordina and Rejoice interviewed the DHPS counselor, Masilka. Masilka is a new appointed school counselor for DHPS as of last year, August. She and her colleagues work on various projects of the development of the school and mainly the students. Ms. Burns always had an interest in the human mind, in the art of therapy. Interesting. And then on that same page 2, we have how 2 teachers arrived at DHPS. And then right in the corner, we have children and youth author. And then we move on to page 5, which is the last page, where we have sport news. Here, they talk about 7 good reasons teenagers should play sports. Ooh. And then we have from 1 to 7 nicely listed notes or tips as to why you should play sports. And this was written by the D-Press team. So guys, that's it on the news publication of D-Press this week.
Good morning, my name is Brenda Bore and I'm the sub-editor for Mohr Secondary School's newspaper Unga Onar.
Good morning viewers, my name is Victoria Fatilela and I am the Media LRC and part of the media team for Unga Onar.
Today we are going to be talking about our school newspaper which was published today, and we are going to run through the 5-pager.
We're starting with our first front page story written by Nasovoye, Above All Odds, talking about our former Mohr Secondary School learner, Lina Hewa, that was able to achieve 44 points in 5 and 50 points, 44 points in 5 and 50 points in 6, and her astonishing achievements, high school experience, and advice to the younger ones.
We also have the editor's note by Nasovoye, and she's greeting us and telling us about the school newspaper and how exciting it is to be part of it. We have an article on page 2 where it talks about the grade 8 concert which happened recently. And it talks about how starting high school is a bittersweet moment, from being a senior in primary school to being the baby at high school. And on page 3 we have an article about the uniform change and everybody's opinions and how they feel on the uniform change.
Please subscribe to our channel for the latest news at JM Unga Ona My Zone.
Be on the lookout for our next 5-pager which will be published soon.
Thank you so much for having us. Bye.
Hi guys, so it was such an interesting segment from Generation C. They're always so informative, as well as the school news. It was so interesting hearing about what the students from Mohr had to say about their publication. And now it's time for Varsity Chat Room, guys. So welcome back to another episode of Varsity Chat Room. My name is Desiree Garces. So on today's episode, we're going to have Puku, a bursary holder, and she's a bursary holder and she works. So she's going to be telling us a bit about that lifestyle and how she juggles the two and what it's like being in a tertiary institution and working at the same time. Can you imagine the two? So stay tuned for that video.
Hello everyone, my name is Puku Hinoare Riatva and I am a 19-year-old bursary holder for Namibia Media Holdings. I'm currently doing a 4-year bachelor's degree in media studies, so you can choose to major in journalism, public relations, anything that goes with your career path that you're trying to go for. Now, part of the bursary program is doing a paid internship at their headquarters in MH. So that is what I am currently doing. The work is so fun. The working environment is so interactive, creative minds, and it's basically a place where artistic beings and artistic minds belong. Like, I felt like I belonged right when I got there. So basically at school, at UNAM, I go there for morning online classes. So I have classes in the morning online, and then I go to work. So now it's really exciting for me because it's like I get the practical and the theory behind it. So at school, I do the theory and figure out the science behind why I'm doing what I'm doing. And then at work, I have the practical of what I'm studying. So it's very, very fun, very interactive, mentally challenging, and I really, really do enjoy it. So if you are somebody that is going fresh out of high school, I really advise that you do start your side hustle, get a job. There's nothing bad that comes from experience learning. I feel like it's so beneficial for you as an individual to grow, to carve out your career path, what you want to do, what you don't want to do, what you're interested in, your likes. And I also feel like it's a great platform for you to figure out what your passion is and what you want to venture in specifically yourself. So I definitely do motivate you to get out there, get that side hustle after you finish high school, okay? Whatever it may be, as long as it adds experience to you, it's a very, very fun experience. It's a very big learning experience for you. And my advice is, as long as you have passion, drive, confidence, and willingness to learn, you will be just fine. All you need is a good schedule to keep you in check, and that way you can balance school with work. And honestly, if one is benefiting the other and the other is benefiting the other, then there's really no losing with that. But yes, that was my take on being a bursary holder that is working. It's a little chaotic, but we're out here and it's a great environment to be. And I hope you guys have a lovely day.
So guys, that's it for today's episode on Generation C, School News, and Varsity Chat Room. I am so excited to see how all this is going to go now that we've conjoined all these 3 shows together. So guys, see you guys next week, same time, same place.